Well, welcome into Engagement 101. Today, we have a very special story for you because what girl, when she looks for an engagement ring, doesn't want something that is a high quality, bright white stone and something that looks even bigger and better than her girlfriend's? We're at Christopher Design today, and Christopher Slawinski, who is the originator of the Chris cut and the L'Amour Chris cut, different shapes, is going to tell us a little bit about the stones. Hey, Christopher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, let's talk about all of the shapes, because L'Amour Chris cut isn't just one shape, right? It's several.
That's right. You know, originally I started with Chris cut diamond, 77 faceted. That was like 15 years ago.
So, wait, sorry, 77 facets. What does that do? Does it give you extra sparkle?
Well, just you can see the difference in the faceting arrangement, and the amount of facets doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at that moment, you know, I'm talking about 15, 20 years ago, I thought maybe the amount of facets makes a big difference for the stone. No.
Uh-huh.
And what I did, I proved it to myself with L'Amour Chris cut, that I have less amount of facets. And on the bottom of this stone, what we call pavilion, we have almost no facets at all. And the stone is still brilliant.
I was just going to say, so what is the advantage of a L'Amour Chris cut?
The advantage of L'Amour Chris cut, first of all, it shows the same brilliance as a, generics, I'm not saying generic stone, but, conventional,
Mm-hmm.
a conventional way of cutting. And the stone has is shallower, so it gives you bigger surface,
Mm-hmm.
with the same amount of sparkle.
So what you're telling me is that diamonds are like an iceberg. There's a lot of stuff below the waterline or below what the setting that they're paying for. So like the diamond here, from what I understand, this is a 1 carat emerald cut and a 1 carat L'Amour Chris cut. This stone, your L'Amour Chris cut, looks 50% larger. Tell me how that works with the faceting.
Well, that's right. And first of all, this stone, L'Amour Chris cut, is representing the dimension of 1.5 carat size.
Mm-hmm.
And again, as you can see, it is an extremely brilliant stone, and I wanted to show you one of these guys here. And this happens to be 4 carat stone.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked the dimensions on the RapNet, and I found another stone matching the same dimensions, which is 7 carat stone.
Okay, so this is 4 carats, but it has the silhouette of a 7 carat
7
stone.
carat. And the difference, this one happens to be a D color, which is the top color,
Mm-hmm.
and a VS one. If you wanted to get the same dimension of the stone in a generic cut or conventional cut, then it will cost you $500,000 or
Wow.
even more.
Wow.
Huge difference.
So tell me just a little bit about the sparkle, because I see that these are brighter and whiter than a lot of the diamonds I see out there.
You see, sparkle comes from the light reflection. And how I achieve this? Basically creating 2 large facets on the bottom, on the pavilion of the stone, reflecting a lot of light.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see that this, everybody's saying, oh yeah, the bigger, better or more brilliant, but scientifically you can prove it. And as you can see it here in my brochure, I'm showing this is the results of the GEMX machine, the GEMX machine. We check the results of the
Mm-hmm.
light performance. As you can see, it is right on the top.
Right, so you can see here, this is the wasted area of the stone that you're paying for, but you're putting it up front.
Well, yes, I don't waste anything in my stone.
Mm-hmm.
I put my stone on diet, and basically you can see it that my stone is slimmer. It means weight less, but as you can see it, the surface of the stone is much
bigger and bolder.
50% bigger.
So let me ask you from an engineering perspective, because the stone doesn't have that extra depth that's not needed, does that mean that the light coming out of it is brighter and whiter?
Yes, because bigger surface, like a bigger mirror, reflecting more light. And that's what you need in a stone.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, and again, what I started with L'Amour Chris cut with a generic, with a changing the shape from step cut, emerald cut to Chris cut. 77 faceted stone, and I thought maybe more amount of facets is going to create the stone big. I mean, much nicer looking, more brilliant. But then I discovered that this is not the truth. You know, it doesn't mean anything. You know, if you have more stones, the stone is going to be brighter or better. No, I create a stone with less amount of facets, specifically on the bottom of the stone. And as you can see, the light performance is amazing.
So if I could sum everything up, what you did was you actually put less faceting on the bottom, you shortened the under part of the diamond so that the weight could be put into the silhouette. So a woman who is looking for an engagement ring could go and get a larger looking diamond than a generic cut, correct?
Absolutely.
And then on top of that, because it is a shallower stone, it is brighter and whiter because of your facets.
That's right.
This sounds like a win-win combination.
It is for everybody. Somebody who's looking for biggest looking stone, for brighter, for more sparkle, and also, you know, for the same budget they can buy much bigger looking stone. And that's the whole thing in life.
So there you go.
Bigger,
This is a tip that's being provided to you by Engagement 101. The fact is that you can get a brighter, whiter stone and a stone that looks bigger and better than some of your friends who have the generic cuts of stone. So this is a great idea.
That's right. There is one more thing that I wanted to mention. Everybody is unique. You're different, I'm different. We all wanted to have something different than anybody else, right? Now you have very unique looking, very beautiful, very unique looking stone. And that's what it is, you know, you're spending a lot of money, so you wanted to have something different, better, and more unique. That's what you can get it from L'amour Criscat. From any of the Criscats. And this Criscats, the L'amour Criscat comes in 4 different shapes, as you can see it.
Tell me the different shapes.
Yeah, we have pear shape, as you can see it right here. And the same thing, the stone looks much bigger, more brighter. Then we have cushion shape.
It's also a very popular shape.
Very popular shape, as you can
days.
see, this is beautiful in a cushion, a lot of brilliance. This is, by the way, this is original.
And this is brand new, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Yes, this is brand new. This is oval. This is L'amour Criscat oval. It's amazing. It's so much more brilliant, and it doesn't have a bow tie. You know what a bow tie is?
What's the bow tie?
The bow tie is if the oval comes a little bit more shallower, right away shows like a black spots in the middle of the stone.
Oh, I see. I remember seeing ovals that were shaped like this, and then from the center it was narrow, and then it came out dark on the sides. That's a bow tie. So you don't get that with this.
I don't get that at all, which is so beautiful because, you know, I mean, specifically, we're talking about a very shallow stone, so it gives you a much bigger looking surface, and obviously you don't see in a bow tie.
So I think that when it comes to getting an engagement ring, if you want something that's going to sparkle, you want something that's going to look big and bold, you want something that's going to be bright, you've got your full selection right here at Christopher Designs.
Any shape you imagine.
Great.